Hello everyone, DonTheCrown here, back with the review copy of Vessel Hatred, and today I want to talk about the Season 6 mechanic that we have going on, which is the Realm Walker. Basically on the map here, you will see a little green Hatred Rising marker for a region, and then there will somewhere be this Realm Walker, we can kind of see here in the background. And basically the way that this works is that you can like walk up to the portal while it's waiting to spawn here, and it will puke out a whole bunch of enemies that you can kill. And yeah, that's pretty easy to kill them, and everybody can spawn their own. I think this might be a pretty okay way to potentially get some experience if everybody's clicking the portal every 30 seconds while they're waiting. And then after this happens, basically the boss is going to pop up, and he is not targetable right away. And what you need to do is just kill the minions that he spawns in order to, get him to summon even more enemies. Now, if you do get in front of him, he like will stop and attack you, but he will not like actually take damage at this point. Me and whoever this random person is are a little bit overgeared for this torment level, but pretty difficult at first when you're first doing this at like low level for sure. And so as you go through and you kill the minions that he's spawning out, he will eventually spawn some kind of tougher elites that kind of follow behind him, and killing those elites will actually cause him to take damage. So these guys here, there we go, they died super fast. I think my character should probably be in about Torment 3, maybe even Torment 4. And I don't really know who this other random person is. So this is basically how it's going to be in the open world. Basically, you will be able to just find random people to help you out with this. But even though there's quite a lot of enemies, it kind of feels a little bit like Helltide, where there's just tons of enemies all over the place. Oh, this guy even has Materials Might on right now. So yeah. Is pretty geared out, and yeah, I think this was going to be pretty good just for like spamming tons of enemies. But the real reason you're going to want to do this is because after you finish the event here, you can get these seething opals, which are consumables that give you the chance for other stuff to drop, like boss summoning items, infernal compasses, and a flat 15% or 15% multiplicative experience bonus, which does stack with things like elixirs or with incense. I can like pop an elixir. I can pop one here that gives me like additional crafting materials and herbs, and I have both of those active. I kind of remember that the kind of top end for leveling is going to be quite a bit higher this season, because you are not going to be like aiming for level 100, but instead aiming for like 300 Paragon. And even playing this build quite a bit, I did not hit 300 Paragon, and there is currently a bug within this particular build that was giving us a lot extra experience for using one of these opals. So I don't think that that's going to be in the launch, but I think that hitting 300 Paragon's probably going to take a while for the average person. So that 15% extra experience is going to feel really good. You are going to get more experience though in Torment 4, so it'll probably be a lot easier to level up there at that point. Guy keeps getting in front of the boss. We're kind of just waiting for him at this point to path to wherever he is going to like fight us, probably in this black book up here. He's going to place himself down, and there will be 3 little pillars that you have to kill, and then the boss becomes damageable. Now, one thing to note here is that these pillars do a like red AoE around themselves. And this AoE, this thing here, it's really hard. You see, it just took away like half of my health, especially at lower difficulties. That's absolutely going to rock your rock your face, man. It's going to be pretty noticeable. So after doing that, we get some Zacharum Remnants progression here, and then each of us can enter into our own Seething Realm. And so this is like a solo area now after doing the group world content. And this first section here, sometimes we'll have a chest right out the gate, I always click on that for some rewards. But in here, you're kind of going to get like a mixture of like different rewards. It's kind of like a little bit of gold, maybe sometimes some boss summoning materials in here. And, you know, it just seems okay to go through and kill stuff in here. But realistically, I think that most people are probably going to just leap past stuff. Ooh. But you do need to kill stuff in here to progress the main quest. So, main quest for the season. And so, yeah, I guess probably a good idea to kill stuff. But eventually, you're going to come to the Realm Gate here. And the Realm Gate allows you to decide which part of the Realm of Hatred you're going to go into. So the first option here is clearing this realm. Gives you consumable seething opals that causes artificer stones, boss summoning materials, and infernal compasses to drop. So that's this one here. We can also get the one that gives us gold, the one that gives us equipment, or the one that gives us herbs. In the campfire chat, they showed us an additional 5th one that had a chance to give you gem fragments and runes. And I'm not really sure how you get that one in particular, but definitely probably would be the most desirable one, I guess, after the boss materials here. So I'm just going to open this up. And inside of here now, you pretty much like want to kill most of the enemies because they can all drop the stuff that you're looking for. And also all of the stuff in here progresses your Zakarum Remnants reputation as well, which, you know, has some good rewards, just like every reputation does every season. And there is like an infinite box on that as well. Ooh, even more of the same notes. I thought we already picked that one up. It's probably because we haven't handed that one in yet. And so part of the like main quest for the season is you just go kill one of these, and then you do need to find those random rare drop notes. And the quest just like won't really progress until you just happen to find them. Now I'm just gonna kind of run through this real quick, but this is kind of what you're looking for right here. You can find seething ruptures. Ooh, so we got boss materials here, some living steel. But these seething ruptures basically are like a mini cellar. And so there'll be a whole bunch of different stuff in here. And this one, I need to kill the hatred growth. It's going to spawn out a whole bunch of more enemies. And then give me, you know, I can earn chests based off how many enemies I kill. I'm just going to spam murder as hard as I possibly can. This is kind of like a waves of darkness, if you would. So the more enemies we kill, the more chests we get. If you're wondering what the heck this build is, I am going to have a build guide for this up as well. Just check the YouTube channel here. I think the most chests I've ever earned here is probably 5. But I think we might be able to do 5. Maybe even 6 here. Maybe 3 this time. Yeah, so we get 3 chests here. Boom, boom, boom. You can see we get kind of like a mixture of stuff. A whole bunch of murmuring ovals. A whole bunch of things. Typically, I think that these are supposed to give the same thing as what the realm is. So that should have given me a ton of boss summon materials. But the material drops right now are kind of weird. Ooh. There's also this treasure goblin here. Seething Goblin. And I'm not sure if this guy is bugged, but I'm pretty sure they're just supposed to give you a ton of Zakarum Remnants. I think he just died. They don't really drop any other loot, though, right now. I'm kind of thinking that's maybe bugged. You know, they're not supposed to just be big experience. Maybe there's something that I'm missing there for sure. Also, keep an eye out for these, like, corrupted chests inside this realm. They're kind of hard to see, but they can sometimes give you quite good stuff. I've gotten like ancestral legendaries out of those, and just, you know, generally want to go through here and kill a little bit of everything. And then in the last room here, click on the chest, and it is of course a cursed chest event. And you're just gonna murder everything. And eventually, I believe, like 3 elites pop out. There's going to be a little bit more. And once those guys are dead, the chest will be available. You just kind of want to clear up and murder everything. whole bunch more boss materials, a rune. So you get 2 chests from this. And yeah, there you go. These always give you 2 opals. And so these last about, I believe 30 minutes. And so it's pretty easy to continuously farm these up. Just leave the dungeon here. I don't know if there's another one up already, but typically when the timer finishes, the next one comes up pretty quickly afterwards. And so even if you like miss the one that just came up, as you can see here, this one ends in 25 seconds, 28 seconds. So I'm guessing that that is when the next one will kind of show up on the map. I kind of went through that pretty quickly. Let's just go to town real quick and see what happens here. I'm assuming that what we're going to see is that the marker is going to show up just somewhere else in the world. I'm not sure if like this can show up in the Hantu. Oh, there we go. It moved there. So in 15 minutes, this is going to finish up in this region. But the Realm Walker itself is going to spawn in 5 minutes. So it's like every 15 minutes, the region moves. And 5 minutes into those 15 minutes, the Realm Walker will spawn and start moving around. So you definitely have enough time to like pop in, do a Realm Walker, do something else, go do another Realm Walker. Kind of wish it was a little bit faster, a little bit snappier, maybe like every 10 minutes as opposed to every 15. But, you know, it kind of is what it is. It'd be nice if like by the time you finish one, the next one was like just about to spawn. So you can farm them a little bit more. Oh, I see that they spawned one down here in Nahantu at the same time as they spawned one up here in Dry Steppes. So it definitely seems like if you are not a Vessel of Hatred owner, that you're not necessarily going to get screwed over. But definitely keeping these opals going all of the time is just going to be really, really powerful for leveling up not only your character, but also your just general account here with Paragon. Remember that Paragon is now account wide for the season. And so if you switch characters, level up a new alt, if I level up a new alt right now, hit them to level 60, they would automatically have 252 Paragon. So it's a huge power boost. And you can even put these opals in the bank here. And so you can use them on other characters. There's no like level requirements or anything like that. I'm not even sure if you can trade these. And I haven't tried to do that. But it is pretty good. Now they did say that for content like Pit, for example, that doesn't normally have loot drops, that at the end of the content, it'll kind of like have a special thing that will look specifically if you had an opal active. So at the end of Pit, you can potentially drop more materials. They're not necessarily like wasted on that type of content. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit with your seasonal journey, and hope you guys come by the stream and hang out. Later.